Hello everyone, and today we will be doing the 0% AI versus lap down challenge. We'll be doing this challenge as Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes around the Canadian Grand Prix. So basically 0% AI will do a 25% race actually. And yeah, so again, these are settings, rules are on, no assists, as you know, always from me. And with that, let's head to the grid.
All it takes is one look around the crowd to know it's finally race day. The atmosphere at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is incredible. Personally, I think we're in for a brilliant race.
So now on the grid then, for the 0% AI versus lap down challenge, we actually get a medium hard strategy. I don't think we'll be going for that, but I do think we will be going for a soft medium. Of course, need to make up that time in the beginning of the race to get the time on the AI. We'll use a lot of fuel. Car setup will just be very easy. I will just go for an Austria setup. That always works. Let's just check it out. Yeah, Austria setup is fine. So now with the 5 red lights coming on for the 0% AI first lap down challenge. And we are on the way. And I will just pull up here on this side piece of road as everyone gets past. So I actually held up Bottas quite up a lot there. And let's now wait for the AI to get past us again. So as the AI are now coming onto the straight, we do need to get lapped by Charles Leclerc, as he is in P1. The performance update hasn't come out yet, apparently, and we are now behind Charles Leclerc. Of course, the tires very cold, so let's see if we can get past him. We actually can. Do overshoot the track a little, do a Vettel. We don't get a 5-second time penalty for that, because that was a stupid penalty. And now coming around this track to see if we can close the gaps to the cars that are actually very close behind us on track, but very far ahead of us in the race. So yeah, now settling into a rhythm quite nicely, and we actually go purple through sector 1 and green through sector 2, and that's the fast. And so I was about to say, when Jeff interrupted us, that was the fastest lap of the race. 112.4 ain't a stellar lap, but the tires are wearing down really quickly. So only 10 seconds now to Nicholas. Hopefully we can get him this lap. And as we can see now here, Nicholas Latifi going very slowly through the chicane. Of course, in Williams with 0% AI, those cars won't be going too fast. So now we're using overtake and rich mixture to close in on him on the straight. As you can see now, the counter going down massively. So we brake hard for the chicane and we might get DRS on him. Oh no, we don't. Because of course the DRS detection is way further back. We're approaching the pit window, but we're also approaching the back of Nicholas, and we're now going around him. And we're not lost anymore in the lap down challenge. Lap 6 of 18. And we're not lost anymore. As we can now see the first cars coming into the pits. So we drive through the chicane. Magnussen and Russell are into the pits, so that's us up into P17. And as Jeff tells us, we will also pitting this lap as we catch up to the field, and we get a massive amount of oversteer. Holy Jesus. So they will be the first real overtakes of the non-pitters. Oh, and they're going really slowly, 60 kilometers an hour I did through there. That is not one. Maybe we won't even be able to complete this challenge because of the slowliness of these cars that we'll have to overtake. Yeah, these speeds are really low. Now I understand how we caught up to them in 1 minute and 8 laps. We're pitting this lap so then we have fresh tires. Maybe we can do an undercut or an overcut. As I think someone of the cars ahead of us is out of the race, so we now try to overtake Pierre Gasly, who we helped win in the first challenge that we did, as Antonio Giovinazzi is now out of the race. So now coming into the pits, and oh, they're braking really early. I try to get a move on Sergio Perez, and we can't, and actually All the Pierre Gasly also up. For the first ones into the box. 2.7 pit stop, that isn't the fastest that we can see here. Sainz coming, oh, they actually jumped Perez and Gasly in the pit stops. Of course Gasly was already behind us. I think Perez actually had damage. And now let's see if we can overtake some cars. Yeah, we're ahead of Magnussen and now, oh, maybe that's Sainz. Will block us, as you can see in the new update. The rainbow flags also on the McLaren and every car, I do believe. Now all the rest of the guys are coming into the pits, I do believe. Ferrari staying out, Red Bull staying out, and the Renault staying out. We actually almost got up to Raikkonen again. 4 seconds is the gap now. I think if we didn't have any other traffic, we would have got up to him. But yeah, now overtaking a lot of cars here with the undercut. And we're only... Now closing up the Albon at massive speeds. Will we get the DRS? Yeah, yes, we will get the DRS on the main straight. We actually don't have a lot of fuel, so we do need to go into lean. And we dive it down the inside, don't make the apex of the corner. But we do have Alex Albon, and now chasing after Danny Ricciardo, we also need to overtake by the end of this straight. Yeah, you already lifted off the throttle way before the braking zone, which is actually pretty dangerous if you ask me. Going down the inside of Verstappen here, ooh, and Vettel's going really slowly. Maybe on 0% yeah, the Ferraris do have realistic pace. So now try to get past him. We do, because he brakes way too early for that corner. We actually can make the apex after braking really late and getting a warning for exceeding track limits, of course on strict. We're now going to lean, brake really late. And that's also up at the P1, and actually it's challenge completed already on lap 11. Didn't expect that. Maybe we can lap him even twice. So now behind Russell and finding with Stroll here. Raikkonen and Magnussen also ahead of us. We actually got the DRS. It's really busy here. So we're now on lap 16. 3 laps of fuel remaining, and I don't think we will lap Leclerc twice, but we already got the challenge, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see how far we can move up the grid. So now coming on to the final corner then. Do not need to take it as we have a big enough gap, only 5 seconds worth of time penalties. And we've completed yet another challenge. Thank you for watching.
Congratulations. Yes, another historic win.